The advice I'd give small businesses that are wanting to grow is probably the biggest point of leverage that you have, and I say this as a founder and CEO, is who you hire, right? You cannot execute on any strategy, however well articulated it is, however thoughtful it is, without having brilliant people around you. So having an incredibly high bar for hiring and meeting and making sure you're meeting the right sources of talent. And by the way, part of that is realizing that talent comes from everywhere. And I'd urge people, don't focus on experience, right? Because past performance is no guarantee of future success. Instead, focus on things like potential, like grit, like conscientiousness, like things that are actually going to be incredibly useful to your team, and ensure you have a diverse team, because diversity matters and it brings huge financial value.
It's of course really important for SMEs to be able to attract the right labour force and enough and the right people. And to do that, they need to speak in a really, really energised language. Make sure that you're speaking to your labour force in a language that they understand, that will excite them. Tell them all the good things about working for an SME, which can sometimes be more personal, it can feel more personal than working for a huge organisation.
It always feels like this is the field for the big company.
Yeah.
The big company with the big HR department, with the big diversity and inclusion officer, with the people who've got the capacity to write the perfect employee value proposition. This is not a small company thing.
Sure.
No,
I understand.
But that can't be right? Because this is a generational change.
It's a generational change, number one. Number two, I would suggest to anyone who's not working in a large organisation to reflect on what's in your control. So every organisation has a USP. There's a reason that everyone in this room works for the organisation they work for, and actually taking a minute and stopping and asking yourself, why do I go to this organisation every day, is a really compelling way to be able to then articulate to people who might be joining you what that looks like. Not everyone wants to work for a large global organisation. We all have our individual career equation. There are huge benefits working for smaller or medium-sized organisations. Flatter hierarchies, access to interesting projects, not being niched and siloed, warmer, friendlier environments, less travel perhaps, seeing the impact of the change of the work that you're doing in a far quicker and more agile way. Large global corporates aren't for everyone, and likewise with inclusion and diversity and social purpose, what's in your control? It doesn't have to be global in nature. It's how can you have a more inclusive human experience for the people coming to work for you, so you can tap into the full range of potential that you have at your fingertips. Yeah. We know that that works.